Hello again, everyone. Let's talk about what is going on. What is going on? What's good with you? What's how's your life going? What do you think about everything that's going on? Well, I would say there's nothing going on unless you're not understanding what is going on. What a conundrum. Well, if you watch the TV, what I said? If you if you watch the TV, you read the newspaper. Or if you don't watch the TV and you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you watch the TV or read the newspaper, you're misinformed. And so everyone that's acting or reacting to what's going on is literally nothing going on, but now things are going on because people are propagating a bunch of nonsense. They're using they're using the oldest tactics in the book. The terroristic war on the mind has been going on as long as you can remember. The first thing that ever, the first thing that is removed, the first thing that is destroyed in a war is truth. And so this war that's been going on, no one believes the truth anymore. Everybody believes the people that scream louder and more. And the people that are screaming the most and the loudest are the people on the TV. And now what I've noticed here, and I'm not into politics, but let me, before I delve deeper into these ideas, because I already did this in yesterday's show. And I will, I don't want to be redundant, but I'll try. I will probably a little later dive into all that again. I want to talk about this. When I start to notice there's more and more news media, there's more and more basketball players, there's more and more sports celebrities, this and that are out and out, just coming out. That right now, it's the Democrats' fault, and we need to get rid of Donald Trump. Okay, I'm not in politics. That's not my game. I don't give a fuck. But I do give a fuck about what's going on in the news media and what's being played again. So it was the black and white game that was never the black and white game. It was actually the forces, the deep state, the pharmaceutical companies, the lies that the media are pushing. And then people were like going, "Oh, we don't believe any of this. We're all in this together. We've all got the virus, right?" And then it got turned into whose lives matter, and why does that happen, and who's pushing for that, and it's how is this just really I need to know why are we believing any of the media, and how is this Donald Trump's fault? I'm not saying it isn't. I'm not saying it is. I'm just wondering how people can defend such a disturbing disposition, that they feel that way. They don't know that. They're just listening to the news media that they didn't trust yesterday. Now all of a sudden, people are like, "Got to get rid of Trump. It's Democrats' fault." Why? Because there's racial tensions because of the media that's lying to you about some shit that probably didn't really happen. And so now it went from a war on your mind, a war with the deep state. Here's what I really believe, and the people aren't, and this is why I believe this. That Trump probably is on the side of brown, melanated, black, white, Hispanic, yellow. He's on the side of tribal nations. I believe that. Why do I believe that? Because he's either in on it with the whole game, which is fine. Okay, cool. Then I'll sit this one out. If we call it a game, then everyone needs to sit this shit out, because then no side wins. It's all one game, so fuck them all. But if everyone is going against him, everything you see on the news media, everyone's like, that dude's causing all these problems. But what if it's not him? What if it's really the deep state? The people that run the media. He doesn't run the media. He doesn't own those companies, does he? Who owns those things? Who's deeper into the shit? It's some people you don't know their names. It's people that are handing money to people to go start riots. This isn't the people that are just walking around saying we're protesting. You got people convincing through the power of they're powerful orators, okay, and they're telling people to do things like take a knee, lay on the ground. Like, I thought that was what we didn't want to do, and now all of a sudden the protest is to do the things that people should never do, which is submit, bow down to a man, lay on the ground. Um, and now he's trying to out these things, and what they do is, well, because they control all the media, How's he ever going to get anything righteous that he said? They're only going to give you sound bites, and they're going to make it in any way that they need it. They need it to sound to push their agenda, which has nothing to do with what he may be working for, which is the corporate America interests. So the United States itself is a corporation. Let's be clear on that. And then there's America, the land, which is home to the sovereign souls. Let's put it that way. The people that are from here, maybe Caucasian, maybe melanated, mostly melanated. There's mostly melanated people, but the tribal people and the people that don't participate in the corporate environment. I think that he has the in his mind the idea of he wants the corporation for the United States to take back control of its ability to print money and to give people like proper due, like what do you need to get by? I think he's in that league where these people that are in control of the media and everything else, they don't want that. They want to cause, it's his problem. He's causing all the problems. He didn't give everybody fucking coronavirus. In fact, he called it a hoax. Do you remember? He did. And he's spoken again recently, saying you're gonna see it in a couple weeks. You're gonna forget it even happened. It just vanished. So now it's just in the wind, nothing. Which is what has happened. What has happened? Everybody forgot about it. Everybody's dancing in the streets, right? Everybody's protesting in the streets. Masks on, masks off, no social distancing, blah blah blah. Who's pushing for this? What did he do? What exactly did Trump or the Democrat? I'm not on the Democrat side or the Republicans. Fuck both of them. I'm not even a libertarian. I'm me. I'm here. That's it. You want to call me something? Am I an anarchist? Am I an archist? What does anarchist mean? I don't know. I'm not words. I'm a bunch of different words. The point is, who cares? Who cares about what the media is saying? But if you're going to pay attention to the media and what they're saying, you better pay attention to all angles of it. Meaning, what's going on all of those channels that are owned by the same companies, and you better pay attention to people in the streets that are filming things, that are putting things on the internet. Where you think that's not, they didn't go to college for it, so they don't get any credence for filming something that's going on, saying, hey, remember they're telling you that a protester knocked a police officer off a horse? And that's what they showed you on the media. I just watched it. They showed you on the media. Straight, protester knocks a cop off a horse. Oh my God. Then you watch it from somebody that's actually posted it on YouTube, and you see a cop on his horse, and he goes too close to a street sign or I don't know if it was a street sign or a light, like red, yellow, and he hit that and fucking got thrown off. That's what really happened. Why would they lie? So if they're lying about that, what is their purpose? What are they doing? I'm not suggesting that sheriffs or even the police are doing this. Yes, they're Masons. Most of them are Masons, yes. But I'm not saying Masons are at fault here. This is deeper state than that, man. How deep do you think this goes? Trump already said he took away funding from the WHO. Trump already supposedly took over the Federal Reserve. Trump already supposedly took over the Crown of England. So now we're starting. Now, if but nobody wants to pay attention to that. Nobody wants to read into that because they ain't going to tell you on the news, because the news is run by the people that owned the crown, that owned the Federal Reserve. Why would they say? Why would they talk shit about themselves? It makes no sense. Their only backlash would be to shit on the United States corporation and the people that live on it as a landmass. Like, there's a little difference in what's going on there in corporate versus sovereign entities, state versus. There's different levels. We're not going to go into all that. But the point is, what do you think is being said? What is the game they're playing? They're playing a game that they changed the rules to. And the thing is, you're not required to play the game. You're not required to. You just think you are. And the game is you watch the TV and then respond to what they're doing. It's call and response. So you watch the TV and you go, oh, I'm outraged. Well, get rid of your emotion. Look at it analytically. Look at it with a perceptive eye and go, what are they really pushing there? What have they ever been doing? And they go, if they're doing that, let's look over here on this other alternative sources of information and see what they might be saying. And then you take it in as a massive, a globular, a massing of information that isn't just directing you in one way. And then you make some sort of analysis. And your response doesn't have to be anything. Your response is, look at, you know what my response is? Congratulations. Have a beautiful day. You know, we on here. I got my social and my physical distancing from everybody. If I go out, I go out. And if you out, you out. What's up? I'll give you a jab, give you a hug, whatever. But their game is pay attention to what we're doing. Come downtown and protest. Protest is code word for we're gonna start a riot and blame it on the wrong people, which they've been doing. Why you think you think the Black Lives Matter came out of actual black community? You're very mistaken. It's overpowered the minds of the people that are within that, because the people that are pushing that, you can watch videos of white people spray painting buildings with masks on, but you can barely tell, with BLM on it, and then F the police, and then you see somebody throw a rock through the window and walk around the corner. Where did they come from? None of that adds up to anybody that somebody is pushing this, and it's probably not the fucking president of the United States. His corporation owns these buildings. Why would he want them destroyed? If he wanted to destroy something, he could easily destroy the places that needed to be destroyed in a much easier way. He could move populations without causing chaos. If everybody, talk about real gentrification, that would be easy to do. You want to upgrade the hood? Here, give them loans, like not Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac bullshit, where those were, I don't know if you remember that back in the late 90s. They're basically giving out loans with these ridiculous interest rates, just ridiculous, that people would never be able to pay back. But they would give anyone a loan, and then they would just default on the loan, and then they would ruin their credit. They didn't know how to deal with anything after that, and that property that they bought with the loan that they got from the bank, who owns it now? The bank does. Who owned the banks at the time? Not the U.S. A few of the banks, but the ones that were the predatory loans, Fannie Mae, Fannie Mae. Those were who knows who? What's your uncle's name? You white, right? What's your uncle's name? And it ain't Freddie. It ain't Freddie. You got an auntie. What's her name? What's auntie? Auntie May. What do you think was happening there? It's to take over the property and the land. You can't produce more land. You can produce as much money as you want. So they've got these loans, let them buy the shit up, and then they take the property back over. Property for free for the banks. They don't have to do anything about it. Fannie? Yeah. Somebody in the some of you white people, why don't you tell me about somebody named Fannie or Freddie Jack? Come on. You don't. It was one purpose, and that same thing is going on right now. It's just done in a different way. It's pushed by, it's a different agenda, because now that Trump seems to be doing something literally for the corporation of America, of the United States, and for the landmass, for the people that are native, but you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't. How could you know? You couldn't know because you pay attention to fucking TV and you don't spend any time doing deeper research into the recess of what the fuck's going on here. But then who's gonna listen to me? Anybody melanated is going to listen to me? Well, yes, they will. I'll tell you why. Because they trust me. Because they know. Oh yeah, that's. They're gonna listen to that white boy right there. Hold on a second. Let me explain something to you. There's a wild difference as we assessed yesterday. There's a wild difference between that white boy right there and somebody that's like, but the point is I shouldn't have to say it. It shouldn't be. It's not for me to do, because it's not going to get as much traction with people's minds. Because no, I didn't grow up in the hood. Have I lived? Do I know people? Yeah, but that's not like, that's what those people need to be the ones coming forward talking this shit. Because even as Trump is doing it, he's too fucking white for people. He's too rich and white. Who's gonna believe him? Nobody. Even if he was. But who's gonna talk shit about him? Don Lemon and everybody that's on the news media, bought and paid for spokespersons for idiocy, ignorance, intolerance, speaking about justice. Yeah. Because everybody here. Hold on? Did anybody see this casket that your boy? it was buried in? Did you see it? It was apparently 24 karat gold. Apparently. It was at least gold. It could have been 24 karat, which is probably, it probably was, because Floyd Mayweather paid for it. Yeah. This guy is the most important thing ever. Not every, how many people are die from a million different reasons, whether it's race related, cop related, power related, smoking related, food related, drug related, heart disease related. I don't care. People die every day. But like, if we okay, get rid of all the things. Let's just talk about direct violence from police. That shit happens all the time. Every day, how many people die? And now this is the motherfucker right now. This is what everybody wants to be up in arms out. And now he gets a gold coffin. What? Nobody ever heard of him. Nobody. All of a sudden, a dude that looks exactly like him, his twin in the Twin Cities. None of this is adding up to you. This doesn't seem scripted. This doesn't seem complete. This just seems, it just organically kind of fell together that way. Minneapolis, Minnesota. You know what is, right? It's 33. That's not masonry. You didn't see all the symbolism. You didn't study that. Oh, that's all fake. Okay. So listen to the people in the news, so everybody can act a fool. That's the point of it. No, people on a singular individual level tend to be good people. Tend to be. There aren't too many psychopaths and people that are completely out of their fucking minds that you can, on a one-on-one basis or, individually are bad people. It doesn't really happen. But when you put people in mass, group psychology, groupthink, as soon as you spark something, you have people that just have to follow the leader, whatever that is. Oh, that's the right thing. Okay, I didn't know what to think, so let's just follow this thing. It's much easier to control people with one big lie and a group of people than it is to control one person. It would seem opposite. Wouldn't it seem easier to control one person with just a little stupid lie? No, it's easier to control masses of people with big stupid lies. Weird how that works. It's pretty opposite of what you'd think. So what's the solution here? I would say the solution would be study astrology. I think I talk about. I say sovereign gold. Yeah. I think. See, let me. As we're going to talk about a little deeper into this, because people ask me many times, what do I think the outcome of this is? What do I think the worth is? They ask me about the noble lie, and is this to push for an agenda of all of the what we'd consider evil new world orderly type things, or is this something that allows people to actually see what the fuck is going on? I don't know. It's a coin flip. I think it's that 100th monkey. I think it's the power of people's brains coming together. I don't know. It just, because what you see on TV is there's a bunch of idiots, but individually not idiots. I don't know. They're intelligent people, but what I notice online is the only time I see anything stupid is if I look in the comments beneath a YouTube or a Instagram, and then I notice all of the posts that are stupid comments tend not to have any posts themselves and tend to be newer accounts. Suspect to me. And what I do notice is whenever I talk to people, most people tend to kind of side with what I'm saying. They don't really disagree with me. So, and it's not agreeing with me, it's agreeing with the sentiments that I'm trying to put out there about what's going on. Some people don't get the bigger picture. They didn't make a couple of the key connections. But all of that being said, how does this play out? I think this is when I say astrology. Look into eclipses. Look into major events that have happened in the past. Look into how because again, Masonry is different than Freemasonry. Freemasonry is getting buildings for free. That's just what it is. Masonry in its original form was to assist the population, but that's been obviously everything gets infiltrated, so you have good and bad in everything. There's just no way around it. Every organization has its actual the good in it, and then you have people that are using it for ill-gotten gains and shit. So when you look into all of these different dates that rituals are done on, they're always in line with the astrological events. And then you could look at, there's all sorts of ways to decode what might occur, but there seems to be a lot of things in old calendars, in a lot of what's going on with people that have decoded it, kind of expressing that, like the Great Awakening of people. And what does that involve? I mean, everybody just has the Great Awakening. They don't really say what that means, or what does it look like? Look out, look on the TV. That's what it looks like. But it also looks like walk around your neighborhood. That's what it looks like. You have people that are still fearful of being themselves, and they're showing you by wearing a mask. They're masking up them. They're putting on a new persona. People are becoming less fearful of speaking, which is a good thing. Even though they're wearing masks, I can't breathe, they still want to speak. That's powerful. In the worst way, it's ironic and silly. And the people that organized this shit, it's hilarious because how the hell did we go from coronavirus bullshit, put a mask on, to everybody's out in the streets with masks on, robbing and looting? Because if we didn't have the coronavirus, this whole George Floyd thing couldn't have happened the way it's happening. Could it have? It wouldn't have happened, would it? They had to use consolidating people and putting them inside to get stir crazy energy, then put a mask on them so they can feel like they can walk around and be free to protest. But now they want to say, I can't breathe? Yeah, because you have a mask on. But then they want to talk. See? It was all, you don't think that was contrived to begin with? Why else? That's the event. And did you see how absurd and like the thing was? Took 8 minutes. The guy's on the ground. They could have put him in the cop car at any point in time. Why is it? Everything about that is 100% completely bizarre. There was no reason for 8 minutes of that to happen. The dude knew he was being filmed. The four of them did. Completely. What does that tell you? It was purposely done. It was part of a thing. It wasn't a ritual. I don't think it was like a lot of people go, oh, it was a ritual death. No, they don't kill the person. They kill the character. So actor, corrector. Yeah, it's an actor. They killed the persona and the character of that. They at no point in time is any real true police officer that's just doing the police work and all that shit, would they ever think that's a good idea? They, as soon as they knew that, like, there's 4 people filming you, telling you to stop destroying the guy because he's done nothing apparently. But this guy is a violent racist. That's the game they're playing. But that's not what actually occurred, because he could have picked him up and put him in the car anytime. Why do it there? Why make a public display out of that? It's a joke. It's a hoax. Period. There's no way that happens, and it just happened again yesterday. Go look it up. Happened yesterday and it was the most. And then I had to decode the name, and I already became so stupid. You've seen about 20 police officers smashing this car and pulling somebody out of it, and then there's like 3 people around filming it. Right. How does it get to the point where somebody's sitting in their car, 20 cop cars come up on the car, and then there's 3 people in place to film this? How does that happen with the person not driving off? How does that happen where all those people were right there filming that? How does that happen that 20 cops had to smash windows and break this car? How does that happen? It doesn't. It doesn't happen in the real world. It happens on a movie set. It happens completely to try to get you to be emotionally involved in some spell they're trying to cast, because your emotion is what's going to allow part of the spell to take place, to get you emotionally involved in what they're trying to push. Now, all of a sudden, he was pissed. Oh, another thing of, but you know what the funny thing was this time? I think, oh yeah, that's right, all 20 cops were white, and it was 3 black women. makes sense. No, but I don't know. I'm kidding about the 20 white cops, but probably, most likely. Why would that make sense? Why would any cop right now, in the whole thing that's going on, why would any real cop think that's a good idea? Not one of them would. None of them's going to put their life on the line. No one's trying to riot like that unless it's organized and staged and completely controlled. Why does that happen where it did? Why not? Why not where all the people in the hood? Why not where the guns are? Why not? Why not country folk? Why ain't it happening out there? Why? Because they got guns and they will protect themselves. They have no reason to stage it there. They can just block these streets off and stage it right there. They want you to follow a narrative. So again, I'm trying to get back to this. How does this work out? That people have to start to becoming a little more uh, what's a good word here I'd like to use? Um, when you look at something in the grocery store and you go, is that the right thing to buy, or should I look? Maybe this is the right thing. And you look for the food and you become a little more calculated and you become a little more. There's a good word here. It's like you try to buy a new shirt and you're like, what one do I really want? A little more selective is a better word than this. And people need to be that with the way that they're looking at the TV. If you're going to look at the TV, realize what it is, and then kind of form and hey, have an opinion you want, but like discerning. Thank you. You have to be a little more discerning with the information you're provided, because here the thing is, probably about 98% of the information you will be provided with on any given day is complete trash. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's garbage. I'm just saying it's not good. Like, garbage isn't wrong. There's plenty of things to do with garbage, like throw it out, burn it, get rid of it. I don't know, reuse it if you got to. There's plenty of things that I see as garbage that I reuse. People's language. I like garbage language. I like things that I see as garbage on the TV. I like to watch really weird shit and then go, let's comment on that. So I'm using that garbage for something positive. Yeah. But I think the outcome with the astrology and all this, it does appear as 722 will be a big date, because that's pi. 22 divided by 7 is 3.14, 722. And then there was just this eclipse, so, all of this shit's happening. There's a couple more major lineups with apparently planetary energies. And there's some major shit that's supposed to be in October. A lot of people have agreed on that are into astrology. And it's just a matter of being. Here's the thing: is if you're aware of it, it doesn't affect you the same way. If you become if you're not aware that there's going to be eclipse, but the priestcraft knows. This is the thing they used to do back in. This is what they say back in Egypt. It wasn't magic they were using. They were using astrology. Just like Warren Buffett's Buffet said. He said, millionaires. Somebody asked him about, how he became a billionaire. He says millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. That's what he said. So nobody's gonna you're just gonna let that slide. People are just gonna let it slide. That Warren Buffett, one of the most richest people on the planet, said millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. That does not gonna sink in anybody's head. So these major events, if you see what they are, they can assist you or they can harm you. I don't know. It's like people are too quick to go, oh, it's on the Sunday paper next to the funnies. It must be phony. Well, why do they print it? Why do they even bother printing it if it's just a joke? I don't know. Maybe they have to. So I think I'm gonna stick with my December 21st to 25th dates of I'm hoping for a plasma apocalypse. I really am. I think it will be funny. I think it'll be fun because it'll get people to where they need to be, and if there's a red blue shift in the lighting and the plasma and what's going on with the sun, because we can already see that and feel the effects of that. Some people fly off into the sky. Things get reorganized. I'm all for it. Shuffle that up, I'm all for it. If they're, because like, fuck, how many people are suffering now anyways? Like old people. Remember Dr. Kevorkian, Jack Kevorkian, like the doctor of death, like these old people that just are in pain. They're just like, I'm gonna die. There's people like that everywhere. They're just like tired of this, whatever this is. Well, here we go. Let's reshuffle the deck. Let's reshuffle the cosmos. So, I don't think if there is such a thing as a creator, a god, or whatever, I don't think it's an evil one. I think just man's mind is under uh, too many different illusions, and they've forgotten what spirituality and God is. And so, whatever that is, if it is an entity, it has to be like beneficent and like it couldn't who would ever really truly create something and then just to fucking laugh at it and kick it and abuse it and destroy it. You know, certainly there are people that punt and punch and treat puppies badly, but they you know, but that's not the majority of people. That's just a small number of people, right? And so, yeah, man, I think there's just a few major kind of fun events that will happen. Like for me, I'm uh, I'm just a little frustrated because I want to be outside in my pool, but my pool's still closed. I want to go to one of my festivals that should be happening every weekend in the city and usually on weekdays too. But actually today there was a second line. Somehow I just didn't know that, or else I would have showed up. Uh, Even though it was like a Black Lives Matter kind of event, I still would have went. I mean, it was wicked. It's not for that purpose. I'm not against that purpose or for that purpose. I'm not for or against anything. I'm neutral on everything. I take no sides. I'm a circular ball. I'm a sphere of influence. I'm not a I'm, I don't have corners and sides. I don't play dice. I mean, maybe if we but yeah, I mean that's the only thing. I'm a little so the opening back up of cities and states is going to be interesting to see if there is an actual true if they will really try to push a second wave of Corona bullshit, which is going to be really hard to do because any reasonable person, which they're not a lot of, Gary Baxter, most lives matter. I like that. That's like most lives do matter. Most of them, not all, but most. I like that. He's like, well, okay, most people. Some people you can go fuck yourself. That's just my attitude. You don't gotta believe me. Um, so what was I saying? I'm sorry. So yeah, I mean, I was getting the festival thing and um, having cities open back up. Oh yeah, here we go. So having cities open back up, and is the Corona thing going to have a second wave of it? Because people should already be very like well aware that there's no way, except for now the excuse will be everyone went out and protested, and now everyone has it. That will be the thing. Well, because no one knew that they had it, because it could be in you for like 2 weeks, and you don't even know, and then you're sick, and then you another 2 weeks before you're not sick, so you need like 28 days. What a is that 28? Remember 28 weeks, 28 days? Those movies, 28 days of being sick. Come on, you people are foolish. Stop it. Stop it. So I mean, are they going to push that? Like right when the cities are open back up again, like right when people are starting to like, oh, cool. I can go listen to some jazz. I can go to, in fact, up the street there was a jazz bar open, so I was excited about that. I did not go because I was having my birthday dinner, and but I was excited. It was like music being played, and you could go inside, and I was like, cool. Maybe I'll do that today. Maybe listen to some jazz. But that's what I miss, like the human interaction. I think I'm just wondering if they're going to try to do it again in July and shut shit down, which will be I don't know. So who else up in here? What's up, Divine? What's up, David? What's up? Do I think that WHO is creating this? Probably. I don't. I don't. I mean, if everything is reverse, World Health Organization. If they claim to want health, they don't want health. They want the opposite. They want control. What are they connected to? Yeah, I think probably. Journey of Enlightened Path. What's up? What's up, Sigma? Okay, and why? You know what's funny is how they were just sitting there. They could have been anywhere, but they were right there, as almost they were props. Do you know how hard it is to light something on? Hold on. Do you know how hard it is to light something on fire that's made of metal, and also the seats inside are literally fire retardant? Do you know how hard it would be to do all that? Like how absurdly set up all that has to be, and just to have them right there. And really, what kind of person? Really, I don't care how mad you are at anything. You're gonna go. Just you're gonna. Where'd you get the all that gasoline? Where'd you get them? You thought that was a good idea? That was gonna. So now you're if that person literally existed and wasn't a paid for, agent of provocateur, um, anybody would think that's a reasonable idea. Yeah, they might have killed some guy I never met, and I'm really mad now. I'm gonna go light that thing on fire, and because that's federal property or at least state property, and that's gonna definitely I'll be doing 25 to life for that shit. That's a good idea, and it's a lot of them. Come on, you guys are not paying attention at all. What's up, eat a dick? Many lives matter. Eat a dick. Why are you fucking deleting messages? I've talked to you enough where I thought you were a cool person, but yes, you can eat a dick for deleting your messages. How dare you? Oh, Gary, you did that? Gary, no, eat a dick's cool. Oh, that's Gary. I'm gonna take your wrench. You know what? Eat a dick. If you're still here, I'm taking Gary's wrench away. I'm giving it to you, and you can hit him over that with it. God damn you, Gary. Gary has been very handy with the wrench. Sometimes a little too handy with it. Hey Sigma, did you want one? Because that way maybe you can hit Gary with it. If it was up to me, I would give everyone a wrench, except for see, but you'd have to kind of get there. You'd have to kind of earn it just a little bit because there's some people that I would give a wrench to that they would wrench everybody else, and then but there'd be no like backlash. It would just be a wrenching. getting accidentally. Oh, now Gary's gonna wrench. Are you about to wrench me, Gary? Look at Gary is a wrencher. It sounds like lynching to me. I could tell. Lynch mob's in the group. Remember lynch mob? Remember that group? Um, yeah, Sigma. I wish they'd give us different kind of tools. Like okay, wrenches can do this, saws can do that, and then there should be like I think levels to it. Yeah, and if someone has a wrench, they like the saw can't wrench the saw. You know what I mean? Give you a lathe. Oh, so you can build it. So you can build your own. I don't know how to confiscate it for 10 minutes. If I confiscate it right now, I'm not gonna give it back. So I'm gonna treat Gary like that pilot did. Do you ever read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Carey, George Carey? Is that his name? Where he's telling the story about this pilot, and all of the planes were supposed to be filled with diesel fuel, and for whatever reason, whoever had filled this guy's plane put regular fuel in it, and so the plane went down, almost crashed. I mean, crash landed, survived. So it goes back to the log. Says, who filled my plane up with gas? Who filled it up with gas? The guy's like, fuck. He's like, I did, man. I get it. You want to, you want me out of here, you're court martial me, whatever. He's like, no, I want you to fill up my gas tank every single time from now on. He goes, really? Why? He's like, why? Because you'll never fuck up again. You'll never fuck up and fill up my tank because somebody else could possibly make that mistake, but you will never do that again. So I thought that was a really great story. And it was it was one of the presidents of the United States. I mean, I'm sure it was just a story, but good story nonetheless. Oh, you want to impact? Oh man, yeah, an impact driver. Oh man, that's my one of my favorite tools because it just you can use it for so many things. It makes your life so much easier no matter what you're doing. Impact driver, yeah. Torque. Oh yeah, eat a dick. You can have a yeah. There you go. You two can make out in the corner. Yeah, yeah, it does. I somehow gave Gary magic powers, which I was regretting, but we've discussed it, and I think we're okay. Yeah, he's a stoner. I don't blame him. He's high as fuck. Very unsavvy. Very unsavvy. Yeah, but I don't. You know what? I'm a drunk, so people should wrench me half the time. So at the end of my shows, you should wrench me. By wrenching me, just turn the shit off. That's the best thing to do. But yeah. I mean, Gary's a stoner. I'm a drunk. It's we all got our vices. It was only 300 seconds. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, you two stoners. Good, good, good. That's the best thing about stoners. Drunks do it too, you know? Like best friends for a second, and then it's like they're fighting for like 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden they're best friends again. It's like children, you know? There's not really a lot of difference. You know, both stoners and drunks have short-term memory loss. You ever been sitting there at the light and you're like, "What the fuck? Did I even have I moved? Like, what was I?" It's kind of like a brownout, you know? The guys that drink enough, you get that brownout mode. You're like, oh, where the fuck? What the hell? Same thing happens. It's just a different path of getting there and reaction to it. So what else? So I think I did my spiel, my Steven Spielberg for the day. Yes, yes. Eat a dick. What is it? One of my favorite albums ever. And his perfect imperfections. CeeLo Green and his perfect imperfections. Do you know this album? If you guys don't know CeeLo Green and his perfect imperfections, it's really one of. I haven't listened to it in years, and holy shit, I know what I'm doing today. I'm listening to CeeLo Green and some old Gorillas. I don't care if people. Some people don't like the Gorillas. I don't know why, because it's too electronic or whatever. But most of those people are actual musicians. The singer is the drummer is the guitarist. I mean, most of it is done digitally though. So, nonetheless, CeeLo Green and his perfect imperfections. Yeah, Gary, you're somebody I'd definitely get high with. I haven't got man. I don't even know where to get weed right now with this whole shit going on. I haven't got stoned in fucking months, man. You CeeLo Green? Yeah, CeeLo Green has worked with a bunch of really. Who else did he do? Oh, you know, CeeLo Green did one with a mouse, a Danger Mouse, right? I'm gonna have to look this up for you. CeeLo Green and Danger Mouse. Is this right? A trash bag full. Man, lucky ass Gary, man. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find a really great song for you guys. Maybe even a different album. CeeLo Green and Danger Mouse. Yes. Yeah, he's the one that did Crazy, Danger Mouse, and CeeLo Green. And here's the. It's called The Odd Couple. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, this is actually. I would say this is an even better album. Um, Listen to this bitch right here. It's called "Who's Gonna Save My Soul." Here's the album cover. Gnarls Barkley, The Odd Couple. It's really fucking fantastic. I would say this is actually better. I was thinking of this album when I said CeeLo's album. Even though CeeLo's is great on his own, it's just the adding Gnarls Barkley. That is right. Yeah, I wish I could play you some of this, but I did. What I think I'm gonna do, guys, is if you want to, we can go over to my other channel, and I can put the copyright shit. Because I know people do response videos. You know what I'm talking about? Where like people like reaction videos. Um, and I always enjoy watching reaction videos. I was telling you guys this the other day. And somehow, just by saying some magic words and putting something in the description box where they don't claim any copyright, they get to play anything they want and play it and then just respond to it. Where if I let even music play in the background, people fuck my shit up. So, if you guys want to, I can go. We won't. We don't have to go. We don't have to go over to that other. I've stopped using that. Whatever the hell it was called. I was using some other site, and it just people were not showing up. I was not. I didn't really have an audience. But anyways, we can go to my other YouTube channel, my backup for this, and that way, if it gets screwed up, I don't really care, and I can put that copyright thing in there. We can put music on, and I can share with you guys some really awesome music if you guys want to. It's up to you. Felix Unger. Why do I know that name, Felix Unger? And Felix Unger, I know from Lupe Fiasco named him out. I don't. Hmm. Oh, the Odd Couple. That. Oh, you're saying the Odd Couple. Okay, now I know. See, I didn't know the name, Gary. So the Odd Couple was Felix. Okay, I got you. And that was now I get it. See, I didn't get the reference even when um, Lupe Fiasco had made a reference to Felix Unger. No, no shit. Hmm. 3 o'clock on a Sunday. It was supposed to storm wildly here, and it has not done it. I'm very disappointed. Quite disappointed. Quite smooth and tasty. Hmm. Very tasty, I see. And you guys, if you didn't know, I did drink some coffee earlier. I have a little left over. So that has really enabled me to speak for a couple hours. I made a video and I deleted it because well no I didn't delete it. It got deleted because I don't fucking know. It just kind of jammed up my shit. Yeah. Oh, it was the one that it's when I was talking to Katesh and she got all mad or something because I told her that because we were talking about Karens. I don't know. I mean, hopefully it didn't get deleted, but it showed up as it was going on my phone. So hopefully it didn't. So what else, guys? What do you want to get into? Anything on y'all's minds? I see, and two, I really need to get outside because I'm tired of looking like a pasty Casper the Friendly Ghost. I'm supposed to have a really good tan right now. It's June. Like by now, I'm usually at least on a color spectrum scale. If a 10 is like Eddie Murphy black, and 1 is like um I don't know, name somebody with red hair. I don't know. Like that kind of white. Like right now I'm like a 2. I'm almost going in the dark. It's no good. I should be about like a 6 right now. I should be like almost you can't really tell if I'm Middle Eastern or not. That's where I should be. That is correct, Gary. That's what it is. It's been that way, man. I don't know how long that's been going on for, but it seemed to like we were talking about, I think it seemed to ramp up at the end of 2019, the whole Karen joke. I mean the joke ramped up, but then it really became a problem. Yeah. Carrot Top. Carrot Top actually gets a little bit of a 10, but I got you, Divine Hazel. And I don't even know what is Carrot Top. What is that thing? He looks really weird. He got very strong, and he got a bunch of plastic surgery, and he looks like an old woman or something. He seems like a cool dude, to be honest. Like I've seen people that hang out with him, like comedians, and like they don't. Some of them don't like his comedy because he uses prop comedy. But like there are a lot of people say he's a cool dude. as far as I know. I don't know. It's fucking Hollywood. But you know, but here's the thing, and even in Hollywood, even if comedians have to kind of follow kind of in footsteps or something, most of them are kind of given free reign of if they want to call somebody out. Like, it's not like in hip hop, we're like, we're gonna battle rap. It's like if somebody in the comedy business doesn't like somebody else in the comedy business, they'll be like, fuck that dude. It's just basically that way. Yeah, comedians have a little bit more leniency when it comes to obviously trashing people. I mean, their job is pretty much to talk shit, right? Danny Bonaducci. Hey, I got a fucking regular Danny Bonaducci over here. Regular Danny Bonaducci. It's got to be a rhythm, a pitter patter. A regular Danny Bonaducci. I can't do it now. It's too funny. I can never do it. I can never act or be a comedian. I just can't get the shit out of me. After I do it the first time, it gets only worse after that. Regular fucking Danny Bonaducci over here. It is. Yeah, I didn't. You know what? I never realized that was from the Partridge Family, but yes, yes, that's those like Little House on the Prairie, Partridge Family. That's just before me. Like I got a little bit tail end of the Little House on the Prairie. I got tail end of the um, the Brady Bunch. I mean, everybody really knows the Brady Bunch, even if it wasn't in their time, you know. But yeah, trying to think of I probably grew up in the era there was like when it was swapping over from those kind of shows to a little more cartoon driven. Yeah, you know, I just found out a couple people that I was really like I really dug their music. I didn't know Chris Cornell died. I fucking never knew that. Not that I was really into what was he? Was he what Soundgarden? Is that Chris Cornell or Audio? No, I wasn't Audio Slave. Anyways, yeah, I was so funny to me because never really into the music that hard, but I did like it. I just I didn't know he died. And there was somebody else too that I like right around the same time. Um, David Bowie. David Bowie died. He supposedly died from cancer of the face or some shit. That's bullshit. People don't die from cancer, so let's just get that out of the way. He definitely faked his death. And other dude hung himself apparently. I don't know, man. It's too much. Audio Slave. It was Audio Slave. So I was yeah, Audio Slave. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of research into the black hole sun and Saturn and the solar Niger and the 144 and all that stuff. And then obviously that's going to take you into black hole sun. Won't you come? What's that? Soundgarden. And then there's a big connection between these bands. That was like a yeah that was a good 4 or 5 hours of research for me. Lincoln, I liked Lincoln Park. They were the first rock rap band. There's a disproportionately high number of actors that supposedly that die. They say than to just general population. Now people say go because it's all of the fame and drugs. Nah, most people are fucking on drugs. So let's just put that out the thing. And most famous people have they can go get a massage. They can go and get all of the healthy things. They can go to the doctor and get all of the fixes. So I don't know about that. And I think there might have been a few of them that have maybe just got tired of the whole thing here. But most of them have done enough hallucinogenics that they know life well enough to know that's not a good idea, and they know of different energy bodies and shit. That I think that it's only a staged everything here on Earth is a stage and everyone's playing a part, right? Most people just don't know they're playing a part. So yeah, I don't think most of them died. But yeah, man, Linkin Park was fucking rad. The first rock rap kind of shit that came out. Hmm. Can you guys hear the rain in the background? It's a soft wind. was supposed to be like 60 miles an hour and raining profusely, but is just sprinkling and a little bit of wind. Um, Gary, Danny is a DJ at KZOK, a classic rock station in Seattle. I don't know who that is. Danny, are you saying Danny Bonaducci? Hey, Ida, it's starting to pelt down here. Where are you at? You're kind of near me, right? Are you in Texas? Why do I can't remember everybody. In fact, I can't remember much of it unless I've talked to you more than like a bunch of times about where you live. Like I know where Gary lives because I think we had something in common about living near each other and beer and some shit. So I knew that, and I knew I've known a few people, but that's why you're saying down here. Yeah, yeah. Well, let's say it right. Across over there, over there. We know it's not down there. It's over there. It's just over there. Baralucci. Now I'm gonna be saying that all day. I gotta get that out of my head. What is your? Do you know your latitude longitude coordinates? Because I think those are interesting. Because I did a video a while ago. I don't know if anybody's really into this shit and knows about this, but if you look at where Hollywood is, they're at the 33 parallel, 33rd parallel. I forget what is it 33rd, and I forget the one that's if it was a ball where it's supposed to be, where the original Medes, the media, where they came from was literally supposed to be 180 degrees on the opposite side of the globe at the 33rd degree parallel. And if you look at the map, the land down under, if you look at a map where the original media, the Medes, the Medes, where they came from was literally on the same parallel on the opposite side. It's the east and west of that, which I find extremely interesting. And I live at a very interesting locale. Um, it's 30 degrees by 90 degrees, which is super powerful. It is the soul of America. So they call it the soul of America, not the soul of the United States. It's a big difference there. It's getting pretty long. I can finally get it. I can finally get it up here. I can almost take this. I've told you guys I'm gonna use this as my mask until somebody says I can't. I'm like, why not? This is just this is just as, if not more, effective than a regular dumb face mask people are buying. Australia is down under, down under, down under my. I missed the joke. I'm not gonna even try it again now. What's up, Fire Drake? What are you doing? Ah! How you been? How you feeling? How's it going over there on the How's it going on the Instagram? Anything good going on the chat box? The chat box was a lot more lively when mine was there, but it was very chaotic too. He doesn't show up as much after I canceled the first channel. Remember? And then I was like, dude, I just gave you fucking guys two different channels, and then hello now. One second, y'all. Plug this phone in. Telephone. Can you please work for me right here? How about- Oh my gosh. I'm almost back. I'm trying to plug in one of my systems. It's not working. And it's kind of frustrating me because I need this. Because without this, it's going to like I have a bunch of money on here, and this will cause me a lot of stress if I can't get to it. Okay, I'll fuck with that later, I guess. All right, we're back. Air masks are way better. Uh-oh, it's raining out a little bit now. I might have to close my door. Wait, Divine Hazel, there's got to be something better to come onto. Wait, am I reading that wrong? Did I smoke myself silly? Did she mean what I think she meant by that? Oh, hold on, I might have to close the door. Oh, that sucks my balls. That's absolutely terrible. Because I didn't want to have to close the door, and I also wanted some wind. I'm gonna go refill my cup. I'll be right back, y'all. When I return, someone's got a topic for a new discussion. Maybe today we will have sandwiches. Bananas. Banana sandwiches? I had heard from someone that banana, mayonnaise, and peanut butter sandwiches were pretty badass. I cannot verify these claims, but I've heard. All right. Gary Baxter, ready to go? We'll let Gary control most of this chat. I wish this shit was so much easier to just do a side by side. I would let Gary just control the room with his smoked out brains. Oh, Fire Jake, have I ever are you asking Gary? Have I ever talked to you on the phone, Gary? I don't know. I always feel like I have because we talk a lot, and I get a lot out of what you're saying here, but I don't know if we've ever spoke. Have we? Maybe a long time ago. Like Divine, I've talked to. Yeah, Divine, yeah. Um, Gary, I don't know. I, I think of people on all of my like all of the people that I know on here, maybe 20 people. Then there's some people that I don't like. There's some people that have my phone number, which I stopped giving out because when I first started going, oh, you guys can, people can contact me. I had some fucking weirdos contact me, and that was like no good. Um, and then I was trying to use Skype and shit like that. How silky is your voice? How silky is it? And smooth. And silky smooth. Um, it's like caramel with a touch of vanilla, a hint of strawberry perfume. It's a certain je ne sais quoi quality about the um, it's effervescent without, and it's very pleasant without being overpowering, but quite delightful nonetheless. I know, Gary. That was one of the only things that I was fucking really, really pissed about. Like during the whole thing, I was like, "Yeah, this sucks and it's so stupid." And I didn't believe at the time. I was like, "But fucking Gary was supposed to come down here." And I was like so excited about watching Billy play, and I was like, "Yes, I gotta hang out with fucking Gary." Smoked out watching Billy. I was so excited about that. And then COVID went and ruined our goddamn plans. What did you say, Gary? Um, oh yeah, in the audience. I mean, why would I be on stage with him? I'm not at all talented in anything. Could I keep up with Gary dabbing? No. There was a time, you know, like I was a I was a smoker, but um no, not now. Like now, seriously, the way I like to be high, I like to drink about 6 or 7 beers and take two decent tokes on a blunt, and I'm good. It's just more comfortable. It's just I don't like to be so out the fucking box. Like if I'm around a certain couple people, I'll get super high and we can just like listen to music and chill. But like most of the time I'm out in public and I don't like to be that stoned in public. It just doesn't work. I like to have a nice body buzz and my brain just kind of mushing around. And this city is pretty suitable for anything. This city is suitable for very much for mushrooms, obviously for alcohol. Weed is everywhere all the time, anyways. Um, a lot of people like acid, but that's a certain select people, and I don't really. I don't. I mean, I know them. I know those like those heads that are around. I just know and it's just not my thing. And so yeah, I mean this, but the city works. There's enough lights for LSD, but I think it works better a little more mushrooms. Uh, Cocaine, of course. Um, but that's just not my thing. You took a vape hit. Yeah, see, you know what? Actually, there was what's her name used to send me carts all the time because she had a company. I don't know if she still does. Um, Jordan Wheeland, yeah. So she used to send me shit all the time. Um, and so that I always liked that because it was easy, quick, right to the point, and I could adjust how much I needed. I didn't have to like fucking light a whole blunt. Although I do really enjoy rolling a blunt and the whole a cipher, just that whole you connect with people where an electrical little instrument is like kind of yeah, so I can get high. You had yeah, yeah. Oh no, it's 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 much like the first time I ever did. Um, it was actually in New Orleans before I moved here. And I was so fucking high that I was with my friend. I was like, "Yo, we need to stay at the hotel one more night." I was like, "I can't go anywhere." I was like, "I'm too fucking stoned for anything." We were supposed to like drive home. I'm like, "I can't drive. I can't even be in a car right now." Like, just we're I'm crashing this hotel room. Like, fuck it. See, it was, but I got it from somebody I didn't know, and I fucking ripped it. Like, I smoked it like I would smoke a blunt, right? So we were in the middle of this fucking, it's like World Cup time, so people are wilding the fuck out. We just in this bar, and she's like, "You want to hit this?" I was like, "Yeah." So I was like, and I was like, lost my shit. I was like, "Oh, was that crack? What did you put in there? Is that actually?" And it was like, "No, it's just some, it's just." I was like, "Oh no." It was to me it was equivalent to eating way too much weed. You make the cookies, and you're like, "Well, this didn't do anything. Let me eat three cookies," and all of a sudden you're like, you leave your body, that kind of shit. Prefer lines of crystal meth. Yeah, you have to lay down. Yep, I'll be here. Just go ahead and not be here. I'll be right there for the next. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm sure you are, Gary. It's two stoned. But see when you different kinds of weed, like too much pure THC. It's just too much, man. Just I want the original bud, the organic right off the Mother Earth. I don't want all these assholes trying to make sure it's better in taste. I want that. I just want to smoke that until I'm fucking super high. That's what I like. Che Marley. Shit, we were talking. Hey, Fire Drake, we were talking about this. Don't tell everybody. That's fucking hilarious. It's very funny to do if you're on mushrooms and crystal meth at a rave at 3 in the morning. It's very funny then, yeah. But other than that, it's not a good idea to do at a bar while you're playing pool. Not a good idea. Nimbim. I never heard of that, Ida. Oh no. I've only had the worst, the funniest experience I ever had was ketamine. That was trying to walk through a club on way too much ketamine. That was hilarious. Uh, Weed is your only plant. Yeah, I mean most things. If I could get it in the organic varietals, I would do, like cocaine. If you get the actual plant, it's good for you. It's like gnawing that shit. Like everything pretty much has an organic source for it. You know, and anything that you find is the the altered artificial inorganic version. They kind of just do that. They take something that's really easy to functions well with your body, and they're like, well, if we just adjust this, we can make people pay a lot for it and make the plant illegal. But this will work. Special K. Yeah, boy. Cocoa tea. Yeah, Fire Drake, you sent me some, and I told you I couldn't find it. I was like, I don't know what happened to it. I think somebody ate it out of the package, or you were so stoned when you sent me that shit, I didn't get it. Um, Special K. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, I took. I was in this club in Toronto. It was like 4 in the morning. So I'm already pretty glazed over. Special K, right? I had to go to the bathroom to piss. So this is on the other side of the club. But somehow time distortion. I had to walk there, and as I'm walking, everything is flying by me. You know how like whenever they say like whenever you watch a movie, they're always like, "This is like what drugs is like." It was like that. Where every other drug, I'm like, that is not what drugs are like. Drugs are nothing like that. That is not a psychedelic. That is not cocaine. That is not weed. That is not mushrooms. That is not LSD. But then I did Special K, and I was like, all of the shows that you ever see on TV that show you this thing that happens when you're on drugs, that's Special K. And I walked across the whole club, up a flight of stairs somehow, and vomited while standing up and going, I like this. It actually, vomiting was one of the most enjoyable things I ever did. I could feel nothing, Time was speeding by me, but somehow slowed down time to vomit, and it was so delightful. Yeah, that was damn near 20 years ago. Ha 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 ha. That's hilarious. That's awesome. Mardi Gras. That's cool. I got right across the street from me. It's called Mardi Gras World, because obviously you know I'm from New Orleans, so Mardi Gras. That's hilarious. I want to go put another S on the end of Mardi Gras World. That's hilarious. I never even thought of that. Never even thought of doing that. Hippie towns, man. Yeah, hippie towns are great, man. I mean, I don't know that I could live in one. I like visiting for long, extended periods, but it's kind of right there on the side of the road. It'd be really hard with me to get away with doing it. It's like right there. Yeah. Yeah, Divine, thank you for. I was gonna say that too. I don't know. It's really easy to do. Simplest thing. Could be anything. Could be a picture of your butthole if you want. I don't know if YouTube's okay with that. I'm okay with that. Um, one more second. Hey guys, I'm gonna go piss. I'll be right back. How dare you? Okay, back. I forgot we have all these bubbles and stuff. Ooh, what is this? It's a weird one. Uh, Interesting. No. Uh, okay, let's do this one for a second. I feel like we're back in the. No, I don't want that one. Maybe this. No, it's a little too red. No, it's not party. No, not that. Whatever. Back to normal. Would I ever want to video chat one day? Why the fuck would I want to do that? I video chat every day. Here I am, and I'm kidding. Sure, I guess. I talk to people all the time. Sure. Sometimes people ask me and I just like forget about it, and then like I always want to be, because a lot of people when they ask me, they have a question for me, like questions, like they want to know about all these things. And like, all right, you got to give me time to prep for that. I don't want to just get on the phone and like, you know, it's kind of like how I do these things. It's off the cuff. It's like right when I feel like doing it. It's kind of like anything else. So I don't really, I don't really talk to people on the phone at all. Like in general, it's kind of like if we're gonna link up, we're gonna link up. But yeah, I get it. Like distance wise, sure. Maybe it will be video chat. Maybe it will be just a chat. I don't know. It's up to you. What do you got? Like you got Skype or one of those things? Let me know. Let me know when you want to do it. Arcturus Raw is live. Shit, is that to steal everybody off my show? Well, fuck it. Guys, go watch him. I'm gonna get out of here, I guess. You guys go watch Arcturus. I guess Arcturians are better than. Wait, what am I from? Ah, shit. I think probably I'm from Arcturus too. Wait, where's Arcturus at? I don't even know. I'm from Sirius Dogstar, so that you have to know. I think that has something to do with Sirius, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know how this shit works anymore. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sirius Dogstar and the there's planets called the puppies around. No, I know. Well, thank you. I know. I've never talked to him. I don't think I've talked to him like one time when he was playing music. But I've always enjoyed watching him. He's quite a character. He's quite hilarious. I like him lots. I used to have a Rocky. When I think I've told you guys this story, but I gave it away. I gave it to somebody as a like here, wear this for a little bit, but I need it back directly, and then the dude just kept it. I was like, that's a real bitch move, and he ended up turning out to be like a real bitch, like a real piece of shit. But I have this habit of if I have jewelry or things that I like, I just end up giving them away. It's a really great habit or a bad habit. I'm not sure which. Well, that is yeah. Arcturus is up there in. He's not for everybody because of the way that he plays. He plays around a lot, but what he's doing is it's like most people they just get turned off. Like most people, if you're not in there, like if you're just a normal like run of the mill like into spirituality and you think you know something, you'll look at him and go no, and you just get out the room. But if you know something, like that's the dude to listen to. He's up there. He's definitely one of the. Um, I remember he did a talk with Dan Winter, which was really interesting. Um, that's always a funny triangulation to me. Dan Winter, Arcturus Ra, and Savan Bomar. Those three. That's a weird triangulation. Hmm. Dan Winter's an interesting one too. Oh, it's overrated, anyways. Yeah, I guess all it did for me was well, I mean, when I did have it, it did influence my dreams, and it did obviously when I'm out in public, people would be like, "Whoa, like what is?" I mean, it's already like that, but it was just like a piece for people to. I could definitely there was definitely energy to it for me, but it was definitely there was but that was I think his first design. He's on a couple levels above that. And the designs make sense, especially when you start looking at the capacity, look at a capacitor, and you look at the what a spark plug is, and then you start to look at all this ancient technology, and there's a geometry to things, and what's used in there. So he kind of made a piece of organite to a degree. I think the first stage he used I don't he used aluminum and something else, and I think that was the wrong move. I think he should have used copper. But yeah, it's Jake. What is this about? What is what about? What does this talk about? We're talking about Rocky. We're talking about capacitors and why does no lives matter? Oh, why do no lives matter? Um, why do any? Does your life matter? Are you a life? Do you already have a death certificate, a birth certificate? Are you sovereign? Are you of the land? Are you a chattel? Do you pray to a god of the corporatocracy? Do you work for? Are you a citizen? Are you a denizen? What does a life mean? What does your persona mean? What does any of this all mean? Is anyone living anyways? What does your life look like? You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of questions I had. Yeah, the copper I think would have been. I think he needed to compress it because he used the crystals in the middle, right? He nano court sand, and then outside of it, he did something else, and then put the aluminum, which I wasn't. I mean, it did something obviously because I definitely did feel energy off it, but I think you could have compressed a few more elements. It could have been like a copper and then maybe some sort of overlay and then something else, and made more of an orgonite type piece of wearable art. Yeah. So yeah, it's Jake. I don't know. And as Gary pointed out, some lives matter. Maybe yours does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Whose life really matters? Whose lies matter? Whose death matters? Because this whole thing that's going on, like what they're saying is someone's death matters, not someone's life. No one cared about that motherfucker if he did exist. And I call him a motherfucker because, well, he was a porn star if he did exist. Um, they didn't care about his life then, so they care about his death. So why wouldn't they call it Black Death Matters or White Death Matters or No Death Matters or I don't even know. I just think it's a funny conundrum um, that people get into with language of not knowing what they're saying and what it means, and then claiming it means 20 different things. Everybody has 50 different ideas of what anything means because they haven't pinpointed exactly what any word means because they just talk in riddles and rhymes and circles because they don't know what they're saying. No one does. I mean, a few of us do. There's an intention, there's cymatics, and there's but the people that are instructing this to occur, they know what they're doing, and they're causing a lot of chaos and confusion with people to cause people to have six different opinions on what one thing means. And it can't be. It has to be. This is the movie Hero with Jet Li. Go watch it. I highly suggest it. It's in my top 3 favorite movies. Um, the it doesn't matter even if I tell you the storyline, but the king has this. I'm not going to tell you the whole storyline. The king says to Jet Li basically, um, uh, "This is kingdom, and we all don't know what we all speak. We have why don't we have one universal language? Why is there 20 ways to say the same thing? We can't even communicate properly. How can we ever be unified?" And it's a really wonderful story, especially if you watch what occurs and how it ends. It's not American movie. It's like it's not. It's the ending is not what you think, and it's a beautiful story, anyways. So yeah. Divine Hazel, good answer. White lines. White lines. Fuck yeah, let's go. Nah, right now, nah. I don't. No. Are you saying that to me like you're disagreeing? You don't need to agree with what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you don't understand the language. If you think that's a fact, then why do white people need to say it? Why it's a whole program that's run by Black Lives Matter isn't even run by a black person or a native person. You don't even know what black means. Black isn't a human. Black means slave. The word black comes from the word bleach. Bleach comes from what happened to the Slavic people. Slaves are Slavics. So when you say black, you actually mean white. So it means white lives matter. Yes, it does. Go look up the etymology of the word black. It comes from prior to 1936, before they destroyed the dictionary. You can find out that black is the word bleach, which comes from uh, if I turn something white, I've bleached it. But it also comes from the term for slaves and Slavic people. They were called black people. Yes. But then we changed everything. See, everything got flipped around. Everything in this world is upside down and backwards. So in fact, and if you don't even understand who runs the organization and what they're trying to get people to do is subdue people's consciousness to say, this isn't a black and white thing. That's the point of this. This is not black or white lives matter. It's that there's a bunch of people that are power hungry sluts that did this. Media darlings, conglomerates, people wearing uniforms and masks and badges. That's the problem. It's not that black, white, yellow, none of that. We all human here. So all of that shit needs to slow the fuck down. Why? Because people don't, because again, people don't know what they're saying. It's not it's already, by saying that, it's as if nobody of any other, if you want to call it ethnicity or race, that's silly because it's different species. We'll talk about speciesism in a second. But no, it's not. It doesn't matter. It's all it's funny to me. It's funny to me because I've only lived in cities that are predominantly melanated minority, but they're not even in the minority where I've lived. And most of the people that I've known that are my friends are definitely not a Caucasian or Slavic people. So just so you know who it's coming from, um, it's just a mental fuckery. It's a media fuckery. Feel free to go back to the beginning of my video, Jake, and to understand a little deeper. A lot of people have spoken about this. No matter, it's a it's a religious entity that is pushing this agenda over somebody that didn't even exist. So that's I mean, if you look into the whole thing, he got buried in a 24 karat casket. Are you serious? 24 karat casket. This is why this is the day that everybody cares, right? This is the day. How about every other day when everybody else dies? Black, white, red, albino. How about albino lives matter? How about that? A L M albino lives matter. How about that? Why can't we push for that? Anyways, I didn't even see what happened. What kind of dumb shit was he saying? I would have preferred his comments to be left there. Sorry, Gary. I should have told you. I wanted to see what dumb shit. I didn't even look at what he was saying. He was just saying dumb things, right? Yeah. Cool. Good for him. What's up, Griff? It's the yes, thank you, Fire Drake. The same lie is pushed against all our lives as humans, as a one collective consciousness. It's not. It's what's shown to the people on the television that makes them believe something isn't disproportionate, when in fact it's only what's shown on TV that is disproportionate. In the real world that's occurring every day, it's a much different talk that we'd be having. But because people listen to the fucking TV, they talk off of those stats and those ideas. So who's your priest? Who's your God? The television, because that's what you believe. That's dumb shit. That's childish. So, like, okay, go listen to TV. Yeah, because the TV is like your daddy and your mommy. It's your technological mother and father tell you what the fuck to think, because your brain doesn't work. You don't seem to have one. That's the idea that they keep. Okay, here, little dummies. Let's tell you what the news today is. I can't repeat this enough. Every single day of the year, how many people die because of police abuse, abuse of force on any level for people that have badges and shit like this? How many people die of all different ethnicities from all different spaces, whether they're black, white, Latino, Indian, blah blah blah. Name them, Asian, yellow, whatever color thing you want. Can we call it Yellow Lives Matter? Would Asians be upset with that? Black is not a fucking status. Neither is African American, even though they make it one. It's not an actual status. It's a status for slavery. So why is it that we now care about this one dude that doesn't seem to have existed and doesn't seem to have it doesn't seem to be much behind this other than a staged mockery and hoax? That's what it seems to be. But every other day, hundreds of people is it hundreds or is it thousands every day? We don't care about them. How come they're not on the news media? I can tell you why they're not on the news media. Because it wasn't a staged event. It actually happened. The only thing they could put on the news media is if it was a staged event. That's how it works. It's like a basketball game. This is why no one could ever say the shit was all fucked up. Be like, no, you bought a ticket to an event that was basically like you can't go buy a ticket and watch a movie and say I didn't like that movie. mean, now you bought a ticket to watch the movie. We don't. Who cares how it ends? Who cares what happened? The same thing happens in a basketball or football game. They already tried this bullshit in fucking court when somebody lost a bunch of money gambling because of something, and they said, "Well, no, it's we're not responsible for that because we already told you this was already rigged." They said that. Yeah. Well, see, that's what you come up against on a regular basis. I got a story to tell you guys. And it occurred, but I want the whole story. I got to talk to the person about it. It just happened recently, and it's about signing people up to signing melanated people up to vote. And it was one person that was melanated but light skinned, and the other person that was melanated but not black or white, but dot Indian. And it's a pretty funny story that I'll have to relay to you. But I just want to make sure I got the story correctly. It's a funny one. But whatever. So whatever. It's Jake. I don't know what you said, man. I was responding to what you said at first. I was just going off my own tangent. You obviously weren't listening because whenever people are typing, whenever I'm talking, that's proof that you weren't listening. So if you're still here in the background, I didn't block you. That was somebody else because you were interrupting them listening, and you obviously were allowing your mind to be interrupted by your own ignorant thoughts that were influenced by news media, which you allowed to happen. But me telling you something that I know to be of a higher value and order of things, like if you think you know the Freemasons, but you don't know who the Diaboli is, you never heard of them, huh? Maybe I'm part of that club. Maybe you should stop and listen and sit down and get a good learning on things before you speak out of turn, out of place, because you're trying to inform me something that I already know. You want to teach the math teacher how to do 2 plus 2. That's what happens to people. And so you're going to tell me what happens on the news media and what you learned from that, bruh. I done knew that. So there's steps to this, and so if you interrupt, if it's not that you're interrupting me, if you're still here again, and this is for anybody else, you're not interrupting me. You're interrupting your own awareness of listening to someone speak and then responding to it as a totality. Instead, you just had things to say along the line without continually hearing me. So if you're sitting here typing, you know how much you're listening to me? About that much, buddy. Did I give you that one, or do you want this one? Okay, buddy. Because I don't know who you are. I don't know. I know you've been here before. I don't know if you had shit to say. I don't know what you said, so I just want to let you know that. Bang bang. So what up? What's next? What's next on the agenda? Pop, pop. Is anybody left here, or is the room screwed up again? Anybody make a comment real quick? Just put a letter in there or something. Is this screwed up on my side again too? This is what happens. This is what happens now. This is what happened last time. I'll give this 2 more minutes. It should be pretty easy. There's 11 people here. Most of you I know. Just say something. Okay, you got it. Cool. All right. Hey, Sigma ball bag. There you go. Good job. Got it. All right. Just making sure, because I was about to dip if it's all tangled up on that end. What coffin could be gold plated at best? Well, okay. If we analyze the name of Floyd or Lloyd, you know what? Go look up Corey's channel. Everybody knows Corey, right? Kore. Yeah, Core Birth. I don't know what his. He breaks it down on the Instagram pretty well about the Floyd, what that comes from, and George and Saint George slaying the dragon and things. So it does seem to be some slaying dragon king slash but see, it's an imagery thing. And so who else, like an Egyptian god with a gold plated, like he's an Egyptian god? It's a digital imaging of, maybe he was, maybe he did die, maybe that's what happened. Doesn't seem to be real though. Doesn't in no way does it. But if he did, holy shit, that fucking sucks. My heart goes out to him. But his daughter a couple days later, just smiling, laughing, playing around on a dude's shoulders that looks exactly like him. I'm a little concerned with what's going on there with the whole thing. It seems a little suspect to me. But yeah, Egyptian tombs. And what's the purpose? Gold? Wow, he's the gold bar. He's the gold standard. I mean, again. If this was that thing that got people to become awake, and it does actually cause some sort of not revolution. I ain't talking about spinning in circles. I ain't about revolution. If it's some sort of actual evolution of mind and consciousness and awareness, and people becoming more sovereign and tribal and to the people and fuck off overarching government and hand of the eagles and all this bullshit that's going on. Now, if that's what it's for, fucking yes. But as far as I can see right now, it seems to be much not like that. Oh, I know. But the thing is, that dude ain't even in there. See, Fire Drake, that's even the funnier part. Now, in fact, maybe that dude is, but they're like, hey, dude, you were in here, you beat up a 7-Eleven employee, and you got 3 years. We'll cut your sentence down to 5 weeks. All you gotta do is play this part real quick. Fuck yeah, okay. So they put him on arrest. They put and the guy that was playing the role, he looks like every fucking white dude you've ever known. Let's be honest here. He doesn't he look like every thin-lipped, sharp-nosed, bald-headed white dude you've ever known in your life? Yes, he does. He could go anywhere. No one would ever recognize him. He could go anywhere he wants, especially in the world. So they're just like, Dip, B, you're good. You played your role. See you later. He didn't even want to be here anyways. He was playing a part. He probably never was part of that fucking police force anyways. And again, as I explained to you guys yesterday, and I'm going to make this apparent again, you realize that could all be completely nothing to do with anybody on the police force at all, period. How would you know, and how would that police force even handle that? They would call and say, no one in there was actually hired by this police academy. They're not part of it. Then you know what would happen? Then no one would trust any police officers because they'd go, are you actually Antifa or whatever they're called, or are you some other organization? Because if you got enough money, you know how easy it is to go to a body shop and make a cop car. Well, you got $25,000. I'll make you a cop car tomorrow. You need a cop suit and a badge. Here, I know a guy. Give me $50. You know what I'm saying? You get that down at the fucking the same place you can buy your nurse's outfit and be a sexy nurse for Halloween. You don't think that's possible? That was what happened, and then they just show it on the media because the media. Well, and what's no one that's an actual cop can do anything about it. Because they're because of possibly a brotherhood, and B, again, if they come out and say anything, they're talking against the media, which caused it, and C, well, they're going to only undercut themselves. And now they can't trust any police. Now nobody trusts police, right? Yeah. What's up, Levin Locks? Good to see you. I am enjoying a vodka and cranberry. I've been drinking some cranberry juice because no matter what, cranberry juice helps to what is it? Get the blood and kidneys in order. Um, so yeah, a little kidney juice, little blood. I think that's probably why cranberry juice is red. It's probably most things kind of do have that linkage, right? So what you been up to? Tequila, dark or light? Dark or light tequila? Tell me, reposado or you blanco? Hey, if you as I'll tell everyone here, if you are a good choice on the dark tequila, it's the only way to go. It's so much better. What kind? My two favorites right now have been Hornitos for the price point and how good it is. Hornitos, and there is maybe like two other brands. One has the deer on it. It's called it's a C word. That's pretty decent. And I can't do Jose, and 1800 is just overpriced for what it is. Oh, hey, okay, Jake. Hey, no, I haven't talked to you. What's up, man? I didn't. I hope you heard me earlier if you were here. I don't know anything you said because I didn't. Somebody else gave you the blue. Somebody else gave you the blue. A Swazo's okay. Somebody else wrenched you, man. I just told you. I just told you where I stand in the piece. And I think most people. I don't know if you black, white. I don't know if you're a statist. I don't know if you're a fascist. I don't know if you're just here to listen. But that's just the way. That's my opinion on it, and I will stand by my opinion, which is supported by facts, which makes it a lot more easily digestible by people that deal with reality and not people that digest the bullshit that's given to them through the media. And that's just how I am. And I think that um, most people, regardless of ethnicity, the persuasion of religion, in a one-on-one way, if they were to talk to people with any kind of knowledge on anything, they would wisen up a little bit. They would. So yeah, I got nothing against you. I don't know who you are. That's the point. As always, to most people, I don't know who any of you are. And so this is why I speak. This is why I speak to myself. So this is my own diary to myself. Just so if I ever catch myself slipping on the way that I think or what I believe, I'm always going to come back to this and go, yeah, I do believe that. I do. I do believe that I don't believe the media. I do believe that I believe most people are good-hearted and kind. And I do believe that most people are so overwhelmed with manipulation through religion, parenting, media, that they don't have a mind for themselves to think, and they're so susceptible to what I mean, if you want to get into psychology and the CIA and honeycombing structures of the mind and how you can isolate certain areas of the brain to make people think things using trigger points with certain keywords on the media, which they do, and they'll properly do that. And you can see it through all the media, though. They'll keep repeating phrases and repeating phrases. It's part of, and it's even doing that. That's actually something. That is something, you see? What's up, black son? Just how dare you call? See, he called me the white boy in the right way. You put enough eyes at the end, it's the correct kind of white boy. Yeah. So, fucking fuck. Having a beautiful Sunday. I don't know about you guys. And you know what? I think the rain is over. So let's go. And the Swaza is good, but for my money, I'm gonna stick with the Hornitos. Let's go. Let's go see what's going on over here. Oh yes, rain. Oh nice. So here's the storm. Whoa, it's wild. I was so excited. They told me there was going to be 70-mile-an-hour winds, and 10 inches of rain, and it's been like 2 inches of rain and 10 to 15-mile-an-hour winds. Very upset by this. I do feel a little wrong here because every in my room that has a blue wrench is all they're all actually white, I think, and I think most of them are men. So I'm gonna give a black man a wrench. I'm pretty sure Black Sun Hotep is black, and because I know him, have a wrench if you'd like one. And I'll give 11 locks one too. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure that just I'm gonna guess most white people that have locks in their hair are dirty hippies, and dirty hippies don't really fuck with me. I will also now I am officially I officially find Black Sun and Levin your lives to matter. Hopefully you're both black, so I don't come across as a complete, utter, disgusting, filthy racist. Oh damn it! You have no color. Shit. I fucked up. Actually, I don't have much color either because I haven't been out in the sunshine. It depends on the season, yeah. If we hunt or not, right? Vampires like vampires, man. You gotta. Blood is blood. No, I assume that. Wait, how dare you? How dare you? Yes. So hey, now nobody can say I have at least 2 black friends. I'm gonna walk down the street like fucking. I've got black friends. Yeah. I'm gonna do fucking. I'm gonna do like a 1920s dance routine with an umbrella. Stupid. Yeah, perfect. There you go. Thank you. Exactly. Yeah, you weren't here. I mean, maybe you weren't here earlier, but I mean, you know how I talk. You know how it is. I was just being funny about somebody else's comment to me, and something was said. But here we are, having a drink. Shit, you know what? You know what? You know what I like dark is my liquor. Well, and today actually it's just cranberry and vodka, because I was drinking way too much tequila. Zen's lives matters. Um, it might possibly. Break an egg white and a brown egg open and then all the same yolk. Yeah, it's all the same joke, man. What kind of brandy? I do. You know, I used to. The only brandy I really ever fucked with was the Erky Jerky. What you know about that Erky Jerky? That me and my buddies used to get. We used to get that bottle of Erky Jerky and play. Or Paul Masson. You know Paul Masson? And we go to the basketball court like 10 o'clock at night, and we instead of playing a horse, we would play Paul Masson or Erky or whatever, you know. And we would never get to the end of the game because every time you'd miss, you'd have to take a shot. So we would be fucking just trashed. We would never make it to the end of the game. But luckily, we were so close to the basketball court. It was like a straight drive, like half a mile, because it was like, right next to the gym, like right next to the college. It was fucking hilarious. The aristocrat, is that what it's called? The aristocrat brandy? Yeah. For my money, I'm just gonna waste the extra on some. I don't know. I'm gonna have to upgrade it to some Crevassier, some Crevassier or you know. There's just something a little better about the drunk. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever had Yukon Jack. It's like 100 proof, and it's like orange sugar. I don't even know how to explain it. Just thinking about it is making me very, yeah, disgusting shit. But it was, 50% alcohol, and it was cheap, and it was actually mixed with some lime juice. It's pretty dope, pretty dope. But way too icky sweet. Oh man, E and J was it? Yeah, yeah. E and J was. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's it's uh it's kind of like when when times call for it, you gotta go back to your roots, and I'm gonna do E and J and some PBRs. I mean, for me, actually, my roots of beer was probably like Bud Ice, and then I don't know from Baltimore. If anybody ever seen the Winky guy from Baltimore, Natty Bose. Natty Bose is kind of where I really drank a lot. Natty Bose, and down here it's then it's Natty Bose, then PBRs, and then what's local in New Orleans is garbage. It really is, and they don't really sell a lot of it. Oh, what's a liquor I could drink indefinitely? Oh, you're talking about scotch. You're a scotch drinker. Okay. Um, that I could drink indefinitely? Pabs? Yeah, PBRs all day. Yeah. I mean, and if you're in hotter weather, you need to have that because that way you don't have to finish the whole can and you just chuck it. Because it's cheap. You just like finish 75% of it. It's like 100 degrees. You're like, ah, fuck it. I'm walking somewhere. Get another one. What could I drink all day? I think we talked about this a while ago, but okay, beer is not going to be what I would drink all day, but if it's liquor, like I mean, I would drink wine all day, just about any kind of wine. I'm a wino a little bit, but for LA 31 is pretty decent, yeah. But there's a lot of new breweries down here now that are really good. Urban South is really good, and a lot of other, and there's some distilleries too. There's actually like four distilleries opened up, pretty crazy. But for me, I think it would be a. See, I would go with just vodka because you can mix it with anything. But if I wanted just, you can only drink the liquor itself. Probably a really good tequila. And it's so funny, I never liked tequila until I turned like 39. Then tequila was like my best friend. Prior to that, I could, fuck that. Fuck tequila. Scotch, I can mess with. I think it just was always out of my budget. and it always was too uppity and white, like my fucking white friends that thought they were cool because they had a good job would drink it. I'm like, you're a fucking dick, and so I kind of associate it with it, like dicks that are just like, well, I've got some Johnny Blue, some Johnny. You've never had this one. You've only had the yeah. So you with the green label, the gold label. Have you ever tried this one? Here, look on the top shelf. You know, the damn near $100. Oh, you know what else? You know what else it would be? I'll take it back. Grand Marnier 100 year Centrino, not the 150, the 100. Grand Marnier Centrino, dead. I totally forgot that that's my favorite liquor ever. It's just super expensive. Dark matter rum. If it's gonna be a dark rum, I want the one with the octopus. It's called the Kraken. I want to Kraken and turn that into a dark and stormy. But I don't really on its own. Rum is rum fucks me up. I don't. It's a weird sweetness and a weird kind of thing. It's too piratey. It does give me the one eye. Yeah, that's why it's rum. Rum dum dum and a rum ting ting and a. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you stuck on the red label? Yeah. What is that? It was black, then red. What does it go? Black, red, green, gold, blue? Is that it? Or is it gold? I think it's gold, green, blue. Is that right? Too piratey? Yeah, see? Yeah, you know about that shit. You actually it's so funny because I'm not the kind of person to get the fucking sideways stumbling all over the street. Like I will stumble now and then because the sidewalks here are fucked. But like I'm enough of a drunk where I'm either there or I'm not there. Like I'm good until like okay, it's time to go home. I'm fucking blacked out. Just get me home. I'm fucking done. But there are certain liquors that I'll drink and that I will get into that fun state of I can see myself be drunk, and dark rum does that to me. It gets me like I'm on the deck of a fucking ship going side to side. Single malt whiskeys, there is one that I really fuck with, and it's if you're into single malt whiskeys, get into the Japanese single malts. And there's one brand that I just was messing with the other day, and I put you guys onto it. It's a white label square bottle, and it's called and actually funny enough, I was doing a breakdown on the name of it, and it had a bunch of really interesting connections to some stuff. I think it meant the number 8 or something. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's white label square bottle. Yeah, a Saturi. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. Good stuff. And they do a gin which fucking sucks. Yeah, gin. Their gin. It's by a company. Yeah, do not drink their gin. You will not like it. It is completely fucking Suntory. Thank you. That's a Suntory. Yeah, Suntory. Thank you. Yeah, they do not do don't do their no. They're not British, but somehow they can do the American like they can do the Scotch and they can do the whiskey kind of thing, right? They break that down really well, and but somehow I don't know who you attribute the gin to specifically, but they just suck at it. Citadel gin. I don't know that I've had that. I used to mess with gin a lot, um, because it is so good. There's so many different elements in it. Yeah. My favorite was Bombay Sapphire, the blue bottle with the elephant on it. I used to just drink that with the lime. That was it right there. Yeah, the Suntory is really good, man. Yeah, it's weird. I'll go through this like phase where I want to know a certain element in a spirit, right? In a brand, and then I'll just all of a sudden just like what's next, and I'll try different something. The only thing I think I've done tequila, I've done whiskey, I've done enough brandy, I've done gin, vodka. Okay, what else? Tequila. Da, 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 Yeah, I think I've covered most of them. Pretty in depth. Yeah, the gin is tough because it's definitely the the elements that are in gin are from I mean what is the major element? You say like it's a very purple green thing and it's very um I don't know, bitter element and lilac, purple and green, very so those things have certain effects on the disposition of your body. So it's like part of your diet. So depending on where you're from and where your last couple generations are from, those things will have a very profound effect. You know. So it's like that's why some people can't work with certain types of liquor. It's just like that shit is not for me. Yeah. Yeah, the palate for it. Yeah, if you there's a few Hendrix with cucumber is pretty decent. Hendrix and cucumber. Yeah, juniper berry. Thank you. Juniper berry is what's the major one. Oh yeah, yeah. Cheap gin is fucking awful. It's it's awful. And the dumbest thing I ever did. So I used to play a lot of pool. I mean, I still play enough. So I've been pretty decent. I used to spend like I would go to a bar at 11 o'clock a.m. on a Saturday, and I'd leave at 2 a.m. You know, so I would spend the whole day there, and it was a pool bar. So that was like so I played some pool. I'm decent. Like people that can really play that bring their own sticks, they didn't really want to play me. I'm not pat myself on the back. So anyways, I was that decent, and but I went to this bar one day, and I was kind of fucking tanked already, and it was kind of it wasn't that busy. It was like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and the bartender that I knew very well, I was like, "What's up? It's not even nothing's going on up here. You want to play a game?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, let's do it for something." What do you want to do it for? For a, I was like, "This isn't for the winner. This is going to be for the loser." And all right, so we go. All right, let's do a microwaved shot of a plastic handle of gin. So what we did is took whatever the plastic. But I was like, whatever your rail is, whatever's down there, like the garbage shit. Put that in a glass. Put it in the microwave, and whoever loses has to drink that. And as you can see, I lost that game, and it was a terrible way to lose. You know when you scratch on the eight ball, like you make the eight ball but you scratch. That's what I did. So I won the game, but I lost the game, and I was just like, fuck. And that was the one of the like right now it's coming up here. It's fucking disgusting. And that was the worst thing ever to drink, even over like an egg milk curdling thing. That like you just can vomit really quick. But ugh. So, but gin in general, if it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's pretty decent. Microwave gin, yeah. No, it was just oh, it was awful. What a dumb idea. Yeah. Oh well. It was a good game. It was a good game though. It was fun. I'll never do that again. I've never played for the New Jersey Turnpike. What do they call it? Different places. So some places they call it the New Jersey Turnpike. Some places they call it the I don't know. You know the if you get whatever's on the bar mat. Has anybody drank that? Has anybody had that night? The gin fizz is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Was it the red stuff with the yeah, that's fine. Was it like egg whites and a little bit of bubbles? That's fine. If it's made right. If you don't know what you're doing, you can probably fuck that up. But yeah, what else is it called? Or are you telling me that the a Ramos gin? I know what a gin fizz is. I thought you were giving me a specific name. Or is that what it's called? If you get it off the rail mat right there. Lemon lock. Cheers, my dude. Yeah, have a good day, dude. Orange flower water. That sounds. Are you giving me names for what I'm telling you here? Is it just say yes or no? Because that's funny. Yeah, there's so many of them. Uh, no, I've never done that. I've seen people do it. It's fucking. That's it's gross. It's actually really not that gross. It's just a bunch of different liquors. So it's nothing really different than doing. If you ever went to a party and had jungle juice, where everybody's like, okay, it's 100 people, everybody bring a bottle. Like, bring one bottle of liquor and one bottle of a mixer, and make a jungle juice. Oh, that's the name of it. Oh, orange flower water. Oh, okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Give me one more second. I gotta piss again. I've made the pissening. It's the pissening. Well, shit. Check it, y'all. Um, what is bright trout? What is going on? I'm having I'm having a drink. I'm talking to you guys. I've covered the same subject a couple times with a few people. I think that's probably run its course. Now we're just moving on to we were talking about beverages and I don't know, flowers and all sorts of weird shit. Who knows? But I'm dealing with a little bit of a fucking like a little bit of a crisis right here. Instead, I have a phone and it has my Cash app on it, and I can't seem to get the phone to charge. So my money is literally stuck on that phone. There's nothing I can do about it unless I get the phone fixed, which will cost me, you know, a fraction of what's on there, but just the fact that it will cost me money to fix a phone that I don't even use. Like I couldn't transfer my Cash App shit to here. It was giving me a problem. So I left it on there, not thinking. And I should have just relinquished my. Now I gotta spend. It appears. I hope it doesn't cost me too much. Hopefully they can do it for $50 or something. But if it costs me anything more than $100, I'm gonna be so pissed. So like I'm without cash on my Cash App, which a lot of you guys have sent me money on, and it's stuck in there. It's literally stuck in my phone. It's kind of like having, remember back when you could get a wallet, and now they fixed it these days where you can kind of with your digital currency, you can put it on multiple devices and blah blah blah. Before it was on one thing, it was there. So if you had like a Bitcoin, if you couldn't access that, so that's literally what I'm dealing with right now. And I'm just like, oh fuck. Hopefully they can fucking fix this for $50. I'll be like, dude, I'll suck your dick. Just let me He'd be like, dude. I mean, I'll be like, guy, you work in a fucking one of these stores. Like, you're not that good looking. You can't get a good. Maybe I just start pimping out some chicks I know. Okay, I'll get you a hot bitch to blow you. Fix this shit. Could probably do that. I'm gonna start. You know, I'm gonna start pimping bitches out. That's what I'm gonna do. Shit. Shit. I mean, it's still gonna cost me because I'm gonna have to pay her to blow him. God damn. This is terrible. So yeah, what's up, Bright Drop? What do you want? You going getting anything? Yeah, I'm gonna go pour myself a drink. Yeah, fucking hilarious, right? I'm really like I'm not really frustrated because I know it will get fixed. It's just the fact that I'm gonna have to go through something to fix it. Like I really need it to just work right now. Let me just plug this in one last time, and I'll do whatever it takes to get my money out of there, so I don't have to go waste fucking whatever money and time to get this shit fixed. Because I don't even know if the motherfucking place is gonna be open. Is it an essential service? I don't fucking know. Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. And the worst part is if it's too fucked up, like am I out all of that money? Like that will really fucking ruin my day. Like severely ruin my day. And I don't see how like if my computer stopped working and it needed a new plug, they'd be like, $20. But if my phone stops working and needs a new plug, they'd be like, how the fuck you over? I'm positive because the charger, the thing kind of got bent, and so it did this kind of funny thing where every time it would work, but then it bent it more, and I tried to do it, and it wouldn't really fit in there, and then sometimes it worked, and sometimes I couldn't really fucking figure it out. But now I'm looking in there, and I'm like, it's all kind of like, you know, you got it's like a hole and then a slidey thing, and then you put the slidey thing over the. It's like one of those things. Yeah, I'm positive it's that. 100%. It's the physical object that needs to be replaced, which should be pretty simple. But because it's an Android, to get the thing open is a whole fucking issue. There's not just screws. You have to like hit that bitch with the heating gun, peel the thing off the front, and go through this whole process. Which to them, that's cake. To me, that's a lot of work. But because it's easy for them, they can charge me a lot. It's like taking your car to get fixed, right? You can't fix it. I mean, you could. It'd be pretty easy, but you just don't have the parts and everything you need. It's simple thing, but you ain't got the right tool. That's the funny thing. If you've got the right tool, that costs you a lot, everything is super easy. But because you don't have the tool, it's not the cost of the part, nor is it the part of the servicing. It's the cost of the tool that does the job. It's a fact. I've worked in so many industries that require the tool, and it's always specified, right? Why isn't there a universal plug for everything? There could be, but there's not. Now we have 600 different plugs for 600 different kind of phones, and to unlock the key to your car, you got a little knot. You got which one do you want? You don't have the key lock thing. Okay, we have to do this. You don't got everything's all set up a little slightly different. There's no universality in that, so everything becomes. It's instead of saying we're just fucking you over to make you spend extra money, what they're doing is they call it something like, it's to keep you safe and protected, because no, it's not. It's to make you guys more money when the shit fucks up. Black Sun host up. I've covered that twice in this video, and 3 times in another video. I would say 99.99999% yes. And I would say there is a person named that didn't occur. If he did, he's an actor. He got paid a lot. Now he's going to go live his life somewhere else. He probably was wearing a mask. Blah blah blah. There's too many. It's not even a question in my mind. It's so obvious to me. Not because of the event itself. Because if I took it as an isolated occurrence, it would still be very peculiar to me and weird and strange and, well, what the fuck? But the fact that literally everything, as far as I can tell, for as far as I can see, for every story that I've ever read on the news media, is almost certainly 100% fucking inaccurate bullshit hoax material. I've got to include that in there. So I throw that in that mix only after I've looked at it. I was like, oh yeah, I just looked at the, oh shit, I can code it out, done right in there. And then if I look at it deeper, I'm like, it's so obvious. So no, I don't think it's any other way. It's all part of a bigger thing. Yep. Hey, so okay, but I'm saying I don't know what my what I'm saying is I don't know what my whole shit was on there. I don't know what my password was. I don't know how that worked. I signed up for that thing a long time ago, and I don't even remember having to. I don't remember. So it'd be like, I'll try it. I hear you, but bright trout. Why do I think it's fake? My dude. I've covered it again last video that I made. Well, actually, yesterday it was last night, and I covered it 3 times already in this video. And again, between astrology, gematria, watching the video, not being an idiot, realizing the media is fake, um, the whole staged event, the whole crisis actors, the names, name something, and there's 101 reasons, and it's the fact that everybody that I know that is even a critical thinker to any degree has already said it's absolutely quantifiably, obviously, visually. Just look at it. If you can't see that that's fake, I've got some land on the moon I'd like to sell you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is the first time you've been here. Oh, bright trout. Well, welcome. Yeah. See, I don't know who's been here. I don't know why people. Like I don't know who people are. So I just talk the way I talk. Yeah, I've got plenty of thousands of videos and plenty of like I don't really deal with the conspiracy shit. I just deal with magic and language and health and well-being and just what's going on in society. I don't really get into this is why I don't, because I've already had 3 people come on my channel just because, and I didn't even title it as such, and I wouldn't, because it's just asking for idiots to come ask me why, and my response would normally be, well, why don't you tell me why you believe the media? Why you believe your teacher? No. You believe your government? No. Do you believe the media? No. Do you? Okay, so we're getting all of these no's about who you believe. Yet in this instance, people just go, I believe it. Man, it's all made for TV scripted event, man. It's so absurd. Like everybody I know, and come at this from 100 different angles, and just pull it apart. It's completely pathetic hoax. It's all hoaxy. Superbly, supremely. Yeah, it's part of a larger agenda, and if you don't see the larger agenda through, as I was suggesting earlier, using astrology and placing it down upon the planets and places and names and numbers and numerology, and then Isisian codes, and then just general sources of magical things. Like if you're not into that, okay, but let's just look at the film. It's so retarded. There's nothing believable about it, really, truly. It's just a bunch of emotional people responding out of ignorances to using any type of furthering thought, logic, mind games. Like, can you? Okay, let's further this. Why would this be done? Okay, if you okay, let's go backwards. I just present. I could present one piece of information. Why is the dude buried in a 24 karat gold box? Why was his casket not open? What? I don't. Why does the guy that's supposedly representing him look exactly like him? And he's a professional basketball player. Look exactly like him, and they're called twins, and it happened in a twin city. Is this sounding like Back to the Future to you? Remember, Twin Peaks Mall, 88 miles an hour, Marty McFly, Eminem, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Eminem, 33. See, it's not. This is not me just conspiring. I'm not conspiring. I'm just pointing at the conspiring of things. This is not a theory. This is a fact. You can look at it. I'm showing you a fact. And conspiring just means to work together for some kind of common goal, which can be good. It can be bad. But if you just observe it, I got no say in the matter. There's nothing good or bad to come out of this for me. This is not my life doesn't matter. This isn't my life matters. This is never was about race. This was never about, this is about abuse of power. Not even of, see, and that's the joke. The harder joke is it's not even about the abuse of power from police. It's about the abuse of power from the media. You see how deep it is? But the media is the one telling you the dialogue. They're standing there going, we're the ones going to tell you everything. Here's the problem. It's black and white. Here's the problem. It's the coronavirus. Here's the problem. It's the police. Here's the problem. But in fact, what the problem is the abuse of power, not from the abuse of power is from the cops. No, 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 no. While it might be at points and times, I've been subject to it as well. I'm very well familiar with these things. I've had guns pulled on me. I have PTSD from this pretty hard, man. A friend of mine did too, who just a girl, like no reason for it. This is some stupid shit. We've been through it. But I'm talking about the abuse of power from the people that talk on the media, because people just keep listening to them and they believe them, even though they really can't do shit. They can't do shit. They're behind that screen and they keep talking. They're telling you what to think. Why can't we tell them to shut the fuck up? How come they can tell us what to do, but we can't tell them anything? Yeah, but I've noticed something that you didn't. Why is every news media channel? Well, I was informed yesterday that this is what happened. By who? For what? What's the purpose? Where's the money go? You see? Bright Trout, thanks for joining. Yep. Kickstart the riots, man. Kickstart the riot and cause, yeah, there it is. So, there you go. Thank you. I mean, how the shit is so simple, and you can do this from every single angle. You could look at the sigils near the supposed scene of the crime. What do they call it? A scene? What do they call it? A scene? Sounds very much like Hollywood, right? It's a Hollywood scene. Yeah. See the guy with the badge that didn't have any numbers on it? Doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like he's an actual police officer. See, there's too many things that are, and it's just with all of it, every single piece of it. But yet it still does insinuate and infuriate what's going on, which is happening in the real world. Because somebody goes, "Did you hear about fucking Becky? She," and people react upon that, and this is what's happening. But even what you're seeing on the news is still not correct from the angle that you get if you get somebody that's actually paying attention. They're filming it. Yeah. So. I mean, literally, I don't really have a choice to believe it or not believe it. Because I've been so bombarded and overwhelmed my entire life with lies by literally every institution. The least lying, funny enough, has probably been the government. The least lying. The most lying is the media. Second lying is pharmaceuticals. Third lying is, history, media, pharmaceuticals, religion. Religion, if you want a bullshit story, let's start with religion. Religion done lied to me. Then pharmaceuticals are probably third. Media, anything the media does is second. Religion, media, pharmaceuticals, school system, then the government, because the government, at least sometimes, maybe there are people in there that can influence and sway something for the state or the general population that can kind of swing things that way. There's that, but as a general rule, no. So I don't really have a choice in the matter. Why would I make a choice to believe people that have continually lied to me my entire life? Not just me. They didn't come up to me like, "Excuse me, Zen, we'd like to lie to you today." No. They mass polluted the airwaves, so your ears are filled and your brain is filled with misinformation. So they've lied to everyone, and now I'm supposed to believe them today? Wasn't there a story about that? Isn't there a story about the boy who cried wolf? This ain't about a boy crying wolf. This is about a media conglomerate. This is about a whole institution of people that have not only been crying wolf, but they've been acting like they're fucking big bad motherfuckers and they know everything. And they actually just all they just continue to do is just lie and snicker and oh, we got more money. We got money now. We can do. That's about the size of it. Heartless, mindless drones. I mean, maybe they got a mind. It obviously works. I mean, they've the fact that they have to go so far as to control populations by lying to them shows how inadequate they are at anything to do with life. The fact that they had to instill the idea to children that they need money, they need to be subjugated, they can't learn on their own, all of this, that in and of itself is already fucked. So I'm supposed to believe them? The fact that you have a choice right now to believe in the media or to believe in just your general like, hey, I walk down the street, I'm good with everybody. I walk anywhere at any point in time for years. I never have a problem. Why? It's because that's what it is. If I watch the media every day, I wouldn't leave my fucking house ever. Choice every moment. Believe in that shit or believe in the real shit. Seems like the more and more people live, the more and more you pay attention, the more and more it seems obvious that everything the media says, everything the TV says is a fucking lie. Right or wrong? So, Mr. Bright Trout, um, if you're still here, or that other dude, if he's still here, listening in the background, I got nothing against you for you. Nothing, yeah. So I mean, do you hear what I'm saying though? So understand, like I speak a lot. I talk a lot about a lot of things. Some people agree, some people don't agree. But I'm gonna sit in my own opinion. I'm gonna sit in my bounty of facts, of knowledge, of wisdom. And there's not anything that anyone can say to me that's gonna make me believe something else or think something that's not true. You can't tell me that black and brown don't match. Brown and black, and people tell you this every day. You can't wear brown shoes with a black suit. Yes, you can. I got black hair and a brown. I got black. What are you talking about? You don't know how colors work. You don't even know how color spectrum works. I can't have anybody tell me shit. You can't tell me shit. I'll have a conversation. I'm willing to have an open dialogue about anything. But once somebody starts rambling off about nonsense, I'm sorry. I can't hear people. Some people just continually ramble and say dumb shit. So yeah, cool. I hope you enjoy it. That's what I got from most people. But some people walk up in here and they got some dumb shit to say, and I don't know. I'm not trying to influence people to have a negative life. I try to give people knowledge and wisdom so they can further benefit the next generation or even themselves by knowing something that is powerful, which is I don't know, truth about something. And the truth is the media lies. Truth is I do not. Well, but a liar would always say he didn't, huh? So maybe I'm just making this shit up because I'm getting clout here and I'm getting paid millions of dollars to do this. Bro, I'm wearing a fucking t-shirt in a fucking tiny apartment. You know? I mean, what? Yeah, this is what I would choose to do. I could get paid tomorrow to do a lot of things. I've gotten paid in the past. I know how to do things. I can do a lot of things. But I don't choose to do that because it's not worthy. It's not worthy of myself, or you for that matter. Lucid drop. I am rambling. Who are you? Who are you? Why are you here? What is it? Are you? Is that an accusation? Is it a claim, or is it just an observation? Is it as if it doesn't have any value or matter? And you come here. What do you do? How's your channel? I just can't tell why you came here and said that. The first thing you say, listen, what up, Zen? What are you doing? What is your purpose? Explain to me your purpose. Yeah, I figured he had no purpose. Hey, whoever wrenched him, at least give him a couple opportunities to like say something completely retarded. See, like why now? Why? Because I'm saying like where do these people come from? They're just coming out of the fucking woodworks to like because they're paid to say dumb shit. Like you probably paid to say dumb shit or is just a computer program. I get these things, but they're still people too. Yeah, so check it out. What I'm probably gonna do here, y'all. I'm gonna dip, take a piss, wash my armpits and my balls, and pour myself a beverage, and I'll come back in a little bit. We'll start another show, and hopefully no dickweeds will show up to cause much chaos within these seeds of light and wisdom, you know. And maybe I'll ramble. I'll call the next one "Rambling On." Oh, it could be a rambling man, as if that's a problem. It's a problem that I'm rambling. It should be he should be happy that I'm rambling. Wouldn't that make more sense? That I'm just some fucking idiot online rambling? Why come here and tell me that? Why not go somewhere the fuck else and listen to something that's gonna inspire and help your life? You're rambling. Oh well, thank you so much. Would you like to tell me that my beard is also black? Would you like to tell me that I have a fucking large nose? Would you like to tell me something that I don't know? Much love and wisdom to all of you. Have a beautiful day. I'm going to go and do some push-ups with my butt into the toilet because that's how I shit. I don't even put the toilet seat down. I like to just dip my ass into the toilet. See, just say anything that I want because who cares? Because I have to fart just a little bit. Uh, well, cheers, guys. I'll talk to you guys in like give me 15 minutes or so. Peace out, y'all. Stay well. Peace in wholeness, inside, outside, all around. Inside, what do they call? What do they say? Understand, overstand, understand, all that shit. And you could definitely deserve an education if you just shut the fuck up for a second. You could learn something.